So we have a ton of people. A lot of people wanted to watch the recording. So welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping in last minute on a Friday. But we've got some really exciting things happening with Pottery this month. And so Brynn Lang is one of my amazing mentors. I've been in her inner circle for the last couple of months, and I have learned so much just about social media and like just the things that are happening, and she is just a wealth of knowledge. So I'm really excited to bring you guys here because she knows her stuff, man. She's top in her company. She's with Modere, and they have sales all the time. As you guys know, Pottery doesn't really have that many sales. So that's why I really wanted to have her come in and share her experience, share her knowledge with us to help us really capitalize on our sales that we have going on. So take it away, Brynn.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for having me today. I'm super excited. Happy Friday. Love Fridays. Fridays are my Mexican night, and I eat lots of cheese dip and drink margaritas. So like all day I'm like, woo, it's Friday. I'm so excited. It puts me in a good mood. And then I wake up Saturday and I'm like, ugh. But anywho, excited to be here with you guys today. So here's the thing. Who's here to make some money? I want to make some money. Okay. So you may not know me, but you should definitely follow me after this. And you're going to see I'm a prop lady. I always have my props. So we're going to start this training out. This is my money duck. Okay. This is a money duck. We rub the money duck, and this is how we make the money. Okay. So I have one in my car. I have one in my desk. Look, Joy's got hers over there. She got one for joining my inner circle. So we want you guys to reach out. We want to make some money. We got to rub the money duck because it works. It works all the time, every time. I'm excited to talk to you guys a little bit about crushing a sales promotion. And in fact, Joy's correct. We do have a lot of promotions. I'm actually not a fan of having a lot of promotions. I think it's actually a good thing that you guys don't have a lot of them, because you guys actually learn how to build a business outside of promotions. When there are a lot of promotions, you really have to fight that with your team, where people kind of only want to show up when there's a sale. So it's actually a really good thing that you guys don't have them very often, and it should allow you guys to completely crush it with a promotion if you set yourself up correctly. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with you guys today. I'm going to break down how you want to set yourself up for your promotion so that when it gets here, you can absolutely crush it. And the majority of the work, to be honest, is going to be done before the actual promotion happens, not during the promotion. So I'm going to kind of walk you guys.
Just real quick. It's actually for the whole month. So it's already started.
Okay. Well, that's fine. What I would do is this is me personally, I would create FOMO for it and not tell your people that it's the whole month. Like I would give them like a chunk of time, right? Maybe give yourself 72 hours to prepare, and then basically tell them it's like 72 hours only or something like that. Because what happens if you say that it's like for the full month to your customers or to these people, then they are less likely to buy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you guys up and walk you guys kind of step by step through how to crush a sales promotion. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to set clear goals. Okay. And basically what I would encourage you to do is ask yourself, what is my goal for the end of this month? Right? Where do I want to be at the end of this month? Maybe it's total overall sales volume. Maybe you have a personal sales goal for yourself. Maybe it's like your total team goal. Maybe you have a rank that you're running for, or a promotion that you're running for. You need to know your exact numbers, okay? Because I'm going to teach you how to use this promotion to hit that. So the first thing you need to know is, what is your goal and what is the exact numbers that you want to hit by the end of the month, okay? The second thing that you need to do is you need to look and see, where am I right now? Like towards that goal, whether it's your personal sales goal, whether it's a team goal, rank, whatever. I want you to go ahead and write down where you need to be. And then I want you to write down where you're at right now. Okay. Then we want to take where you need to be from where you are right now, right? And you want to subtract it, see how much you have left. Okay. This may sound so elementary, you guys, but oftentimes I find people don't actually do this. Okay. So once you have the number of how much you have, okay, I want you to do two things because this is going to give you a bigger picture. Okay. I want you to take that number and I want you to divide it by the amount of days you have left in the month. So what's today? The 7th. Okay. So let's say you have 10,000 left towards your goal. And today is the 7th, and there's what? Is there 30 or 31 days in July? I always forget. There's 31 days in July. Okay. So 31 minus 7 is, somebody drop in the chat because I suck at math. Let's just be 100. Okay. What is that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to use a calculator. That is so terrible. I am the worst person at math ever. Okay. So how many days is that?
24.
Thank you, because I don't want to embarrass myself and actually have to pull out my calculator. Okay, so you have 24 days left. Okay, so you have 24 days left. You have the amount of volume that you need to do left. So now we're going to take the number and divide it by 24. Okay, so now you know exactly how much volume you need to move on average per day to get to your goal. Okay, does that give you guys a little bit of clarity? Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to look at how many, I don't know if you guys go by points, you go by dollar amounts or whatever, but if you were to sell the thing that you have on promotion, how many points or how much volume would you get for selling one of those? Dollar amount. Okay, so how much volume would you get from selling that one, just one?
So like, I think like a salmon oil is, help me out guys, I think it's $35, and then we would get the $35 for that.
In volume. Okay, and that's what your promotion is on the salmon oil?
Well, it'd be the 30% off of that, and we would get that sale price. So if it's 35, you take off the 30%, and then that's what we would get.
Okay, so you need to calculate that because you need to know the exact number. So what is that?
It's $24.50.
$24.50. Okay, so once again, I want you to look at the amount of volume that you have left to do for the month. Now divide that by $24.50. Now you know exactly how many you need to sell. Okay. Now, of course, a lot of you are not alone, right? You have team members underneath you. So now you know as a team, as a whole, how many salmon oils on sale you need to sell in order to get to your goal. Does that give you clarity? Okay. The reason I like to set people up with this is because when you go into the promotion, you really want to know your numbers. You want to know where you're at. You want to know where you're going, right? You want to have a goal of how many you're going to sell. So on average, 1 out of 10 people that you talk to about your sale is going to buy something. Okay. 1 out of 10. So if you can look at how many need to be sold, now you can look at if 1 out of 10 people that I talk to is going to buy something, how many people do I need to talk to before the end of the month? Once again, now we have clarity. And once again, those of you who have team members underneath you, this doesn't all have to be done by you, but it will give you clarity on how many maybe you might want to set a goal to sell yourself and how many you might want to help your team members sell a person, right? So maybe you have a team, it's you and a team of 10, and your goal is $10,000. Okay. You break that down by $24.50. You see how many you need to sell as a team to get to your $10,000 goal, right? You make a commitment to yourself. How many of those am I going to sell personally? Because I know I need to talk to this amount of people in order to sell that many, right? Because 1 out of 10 on average is going to buy something. That should give you clarity on how you need to move. It should also help you when it comes to talking to your team members, okay? So I really, really like to help people break their numbers down, because if you do not have clarity and awareness going into the sale, you're just going to be like flying around, flapping in the wind. And we're flying around, flapping in the wind. We're not doing a whole lot and we're not getting a lot of sales, right? Okay. So the next thing we want to do, I guess I'm going to drink a water because I'm getting excited. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know if Joy told you I'm a little bit crazy. So I'm going to entertain you today. Okay. We're not just going to train, and I'm not just going to entertain. I'm going to entertain. And I didn't warn them. I feel bad. Who likes Pickle Rick? I'm also Batman, if you want to know. So, okay. So next thing we want to do, we need to build your list. Okay. Anybody who tells you you don't need to build a list because that's old school can freaking shove it up the big hiney because they're blowing smoke right up there. Okay. You need a list. If you don't have a list that you're actively working on every single day, if you're not actively building a list every single day, you don't have a business. Okay. So we want to build this list for this promotion. Who we want on this list. And I'm a pen and paper person. Like I like to write it down. Maybe you like to keep notes in your notes on your phone. Maybe you like to use something like Trello, whatever it is. Everybody's different. One thing you will learn about me if you decide to follow me after this is I don't believe there's one right way to do anything. The best way to absolutely crush it is to figure out what works for you by analyzing backwards every single day. What worked, what didn't, how can I improve or tweak? Take that to the bank. You do that every single day, you will be a better wife, you will be a better spouse, you will be a better parent, you will be a better network marketer, you will be a better leader, okay? But I like to use an actual list. That is me, I write it down, I'm pen and paper, it makes me feel good. You can do it however you want, but you need to be building that list. So this list is going to be what you're going to utilize for this promotion, okay? So on this list, obviously you want to list your current customers, right? Those are your most loyal people. They're already buying from you. They're already loving your amazing pet products. Okay. By the way, Joy, you'd be so proud of me. Guess what I did yesterday?
What did you do?
I told my family, we lost our dog of 11 years back in November. And it was like, I've never thought I was a dog person. And my dog annoyed me all the time. I loved him, but he was so annoying. And then he was gone. Then he was like this huge hole in my life because he was with me all the time because I work at home all the time. So I thought I would never get a dog again, but I've been having this hole open in my heart. So I went to an animal shelter by myself yesterday. I found the cutest 7-year-old terrier. It's like a terrier mutt, and nobody's adopting her because she's 7 years old. Right. But she's house trained. She's sweet. She's gentle. She loves cats. She's obsessed with cats, which I have a cat. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, so I think we're going to adopt her. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I figured you'd be really excited about that because I always tease you about being her mama. But so we have our current customers we want to write down, right? They're already loving the products. You also want to write down all the people that you have had that has showed interest. Now, if you are a lazy bum and you weren't being organized before, which every cell in my body screams against organization. I hate organization, but we need to be organized if we want to build a business, right? If you haven't written down the people who have expressed interest before, please, dear sweet baby Jesus, start doing that. But there are ways to figure it out, right? You can go into Messenger and you can actually type in keywords, right? So you can kind of look up people that you've talked to about some of the products before, right? You can type in dog food, cat food, salmon oil, whatever other products that you have and you may have talked to people about, but you really want to start building out this list of all the people that you've already talked to that have expressed interest in your products, okay? Also, what I would do is I would also make a list of anybody that maybe you haven't talked to about your products yet that you think might be interested. So obviously for you guys, I'd be writing down everybody that you know that actually has a pet, right? Because a lot of people do. And if you haven't talked to them yet, you should be talking to them, right? Shame on you, but that's okay. We'll love you anyways. If you haven't done it yet, but that's how we build a business, right? So we want to write down all of those people. So now from this list, and this is before you ever go public on social media, okay? You want to go to these people first and you want to give them FOMO. Everybody know what FOMO is? Fear of missing out, right? Your job is to make these people believe that this product and this promotion is going to sell out so fast. If they don't get it first, then they're going to miss out. Okay. So there are certain things that you can say, like if you're going to your current customers, you definitely want to butter them up, right? Thank you so much for being a loyal customer. I really appreciate you. Because you're a loyal customer, I always want to come to you first with what we have going on, because I want to make sure that you get the deal first, because this deal is actually going to sell out probably immediately when we launch this. You got to use those kinds of words, right? Like appreciation. Hey, I'm coming to you first because you're my loyal customer. right? Like I want to make sure that you get this deal before I ever bring it to the public. Make sense? Same thing with your potential customers. Hey, I know we've talked about XYZ before. It wasn't really the right timing, but we're actually having this sale. And because we have talked before, I wanted to come to you first before I ever go public with this to make sure that you get this deal before it sells off the shelves. Does that make sense, you guys? You want to create a lot of FOMO with these people, okay? So these are some of the words that you might want to use, right? Before I go public, this will sell out fast. Wanted to make sure you get on the list first. I really appreciate you. Make sense? So once these are the people that you're going to go to first. And I'm going to skip ahead before I talk about actually promoting. But what you want to do, your job here is, we like to do something called taking pre-orders. Okay. Now, what does a pre-order mean? Obviously, you guys already have the sale going on right now, but I shared with you, you can create FOMO anyways, right? You don't have to tell people it's month long. You can always come back in after the 72 hours and go, oh my gosh, they extended it. They got a whole new shipment in that we didn't even know they had. We had sold out of it and now it's here, right? Like you can do all those kinds of things. It's marketing magic. Okay. But basically what you want to do is you want to create a pre-order list. Now, why do you want to create a pre-order list and what is a pre-order list? Have any of you ever utilized a pre-order list before? Okay. So pre-order list is not just a list of people that you're going to follow up with when the sale goes live. Okay. These are people who are telling you, yes, like I want it. I want to buy. Okay. These people on this list, what I recommend for you to do, and this is what I do with my people, so you can guarantee the sale. I always like to, once again, use FOMO words. Hey, when the sale goes live, the site usually gets really, really busy. And sometimes it's really hard to get through, and I don't want to miss you out on this sale. So one of the things that I do is I like to create a VIP pre-order list for those who they know they want to get in on this sale before it sells out. What I need from, if you're in for that, what I need from you, and I have them go in and create an account, or if they already have an account, I make sure they're saving their shipping address, they're saving their credit card information. If you guys don't have the way to do that, you can always get it from them. You can collect their credit card information. You can collect their shipping address. By the way, you may go, nobody's going to give me their credit card. Everybody gives me their credit card. If you create the FOMO and they feel like they're going to miss out, they'll give it to you. Okay. I'm just being 100 with y'all. So, or Ben Franklin, or because my husband hates it when I say 100, because he's like, you're so like 17. I'm like, I know I look like I am. It's the collagen, but I just say our little joke now is 99. So I'm gonna be 99 with y'all. Okay. So, basically you want to have them load all that in there, or you want to get it and you will place the order for them. Okay. This guarantees you the sale. I do this with business partners too. How often does somebody say like, yeah, I'm ready to join, and they start ghosting you? Like if I have them right there and they say, yes, I'm in, what do? I will literally get on a Zoom with them and walk them through ordering, like, and getting, their package and all that kind of stuff. Or if they don't have time, I'm like, girl, I'll do it for you. Here's what I need: name, address, whatever you need to get them signed up, credit card information, like I'll do it for them, because it guarantees you the sale, or it guarantees you that person before they walk out the door. Right. So we want to create the pre-order list so we can guarantee that sale. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to start promoting. I usually say about 72 hours from the day when that sale goes live, you want to start promoting on social media. Now, you can do this in so many different ways. Obviously, I highly recommend creating curiosity in your stories every single day. And let me be 99 with y'all again. Okay. Don't be salesy AF. Do not post flyers. Do not post flyers in your stories. Do not post flyers on your page. People do not give I'm a curse word person, so I'm gonna dial it down so I don't offend nobody, right? People do not give an ish about your sale. What do they give a crap about? Whatever solution you can provide for them. You're solving a problem for them and for their pets. That's what you're doing. So in your stories, in your posts, do not post graphics, do not be salesy, talk about the pain points of what this product solves. Make sense? So you need to know this product. You need to know all the benefits that this product provides, and you need to know the solutions that it provides for people. What are the pain points? Joy, go ahead. What are the pain points of this particular product?
Well,
Like, what is
it's for everything that's on our website. So the whole entire site is 30% off, but I do feel
Oh.
like people should kind of choose a couple of things to really be honing in on. But what the things that I've really been noticing is like the pain points are also the pain points of the pet parent. So waking up at night because their dog is itching and scratching and licking or jingling the collar, so they're not getting sleep.
Yes.
The having to vacuum their house every single day because their dog is shedding so much. So don't just be thinking about the pain points of the actual animal, but thinking about the human side. Like, what are the things that annoy you about your pets and what they're doing, and how can we help solve those?
By the way, little secret for y'all. I don't know if Joy has told y'all. And if any of you want information on how to like really utilize this and crush this, you can go over to ChatGPT. If you guys are not using this yet, you need to get in my inbox and let me help you. I'm like a master at it now, but you can literally go and you can ask ChatGPT all these questions. Like you could say, what are the biggest pain points for, you know, dog moms that with itchy dogs or whatever. Like you can ask it all kinds of things. So it can help you create that content in your stories and on your social media. Another thing I didn't realize, I must have not read your message correctly, Joy. Because it's a 30% off site-wide, what I would do, Joy, if I were you, for you guys and your team as a whole, is I would create bundles. This is what we always do, create bundles of your best-selling products, and bundle them together so that they can see, like, and you will want to put the price, the normal total price on the graphic, and you'll also want to put the sales price and the amount that they're saving, because when you're having the conversations in Messenger with people and they're going, oh, 30% off site-wide, that's super cool. One thing that I found out, I'm also a restaurant owner. When you guys go to a restaurant and you sit down and you sit down and there's like a 3-page menu, what does that do to you? Do you go like, oh, I want that, but I want that. Oh no, but I want that. And it takes you like 25 minutes to order. Right? You're like, people like to be told what to do. I'm telling you, like we own a diner. So we used to have like this 3-page menu, and it was like, and we have it narrowed down to 1 page. It is 1 page now. And our sales have literally like not only doubled, but tripled over the last few years since we've done this, because we basically tell people what to order. So you want to create these different bundles. Yeah, there you go. You can like do an allergy bundle. You can do like a pet reset, whatever you want to do, but show them what they're saving and tell them what to order. Like you can even ask questions like, hey, what are some of the issues that you have with your particular pet, right? Like, do they have allergies? Do they have whatever? The more questions you can ask these people and the more you can get to know who their pets are, obviously, the better you can provide them with what they should order. And that's what I'll do. I'll say, you need this one. That's one you need right there. I'm not going to give them 10 different bundles. I'm going to say, here, this is the bundle that you need for your specific pet. Okay. All right. So we're promoting in our stories. We're promoting on posts. We're doing reels. We're doing live videos. One thing that I also love to utilize are giveaways, right? So you could do like a giveaway of a bag of food, or, you know, maybe one of the salmon oils or whatever. I would pick one of your products that people buy a lot, that it's like one of your best-selling products to give away. And you could do a live video, you could do a post, however you want to do it. But usually the way that we utilize giveaways, I'll say something like, you know, hey, no purchase necessary, right? All you have to do in order to get entered into the giveaway for this specific product is like, and I wouldn't put this on the post, right? You just say, hey, I'm doing a giveaway for this amazing product, right? Like, no purchase necessary, drop a fire emoji if you want to know how, whatever. and you're having a conversation with these people, what I will have them do is post on their social media for me. So just like you would do a curiosity post on your social media, right? You will have them post for you, which will allow you now to get into their network and get a lot of new people and new eyeballs on you by just utilizing one product giveaway. Make sense? Okay, so 72 hours early, we're doing that. We also want to go back to all of our old curiosity posts. If you haven't learned how to save these posts in a collection, I recommend doing this, both referral posts where people put posts up for you and your old curiosity posts. You can go over on Facebook and the 3 little dots in the corner, you can click it, you can save to a collection. So it'll make it easy for you to go back and find these posts. So I have one that just says curiosity post. I have one that says referral post. So when you have a sales promotion or you have a product launch, you have something coming, you can go back to those old posts and you can actually bump them, right? You can comment down under that post, hey, you know, huge 72-hour sale, something, or you could even just say like, tag your mom. Just tag somebody that's not going to care if you tag them, right? Like, hey, check this out, right? Just so it bumps up your old curiosity post. It gets more eyeballs on you without having to post more. But I would always go back and bump at least a couple a day. So I talked about taking pre-orders. All of this goes to pre-orders. Now, once the sale goes live, which you guys already have the sale go live, right? We want to continue working these things for the rest of the month. And the biggest thing is after you've done all this work is now your game is follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Get those pre-orders in, follow up with anybody who, you know, said that they might be interested, go back and follow up with all the people who are watching in your stories, who are commenting on your posts. But that in a nutshell is, you know, how we usually prepare for promotions. I don't know if you guys use like an ATM group, like any sort of group. But what we usually do leading up to like a big sale like this is we provide a lot of value in the groups around whatever the products are that we have sales on, right? So maybe you want to go towards the anxiety for your pets or the allergies for your pets, right? You'd want to start talking about, you know, the reasons that dogs have allergies or the reasons that cats tend to get anxiety, right? Like give them reason to pay attention in there so that by the time you're launching whatever product it is or whatever promotion you have, they're like, oh my gosh, my pet has terrible anxiety. I have to do something about it. Or, oh my gosh, these allergies are out of control. And if I don't buy this product, like my dog is going to itch off all of its fur. And then it's going to be like one of those hairless dogs. Or how many of y'all love the hairless cat? And I was talking to my kid, he hasn't watched, what were those movies? Austin Powers, right? Like I'm like, look, my cat was scratching itself the other day. I'm like, River, if Katie keeps scratching herself, she's going to look like this. I showed him the hairless cat and he was like, oh my God, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Make her stop itching. I'm like, I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen, but it was funny. Anywho, I digress. Do you guys have any questions? We like to have fun around here. Sorry.
Yes, we definitely do. Yeah, if you guys have any questions for Brynn, definitely come off mute and let us know, or if anything that you want to talk through as well. She's good at explaining the gibberish that kind of comes out of her mouth sometimes.
It's not gibberish. You're so mean to me, Joy. Just kidding. I love you. Yeah, don't be scared. I only bite a little hard. It's more like a nibble, but you know.
All right, I'll ask one.
Hi.
Brynn, when you have your list and you're doing that initial reach out before the launch, what's your typical mode of reach outs? Do you do personal phone calls, text messaging, Facebook messaging? Like, what do you, email? What do you use?
Yeah, so we tend to teach text message marketing a lot. I don't know if any of you guys are currently using Project Broadcast or Shout or anything like that. That is definitely something that I recommend learning if you haven't yet, because it can make your follow-up game a lot easier. Because basically, like for something like Project Broadcast, if you have like a back office where you have all of your customers' information in it, phone numbers, that kind of stuff, you can literally have it, all of that uploaded into Project Broadcast. So you can send out a text to everybody at the same time, and it looks like they're getting it individually, right? So it's a much more efficient way to follow up. But I will say too, and I do recommend that, but I will say, you know, the landscape that we are currently in network marketing on social media, with the fact that we're in a recession and the economy is, let's be honest, it sucks right now, right? People are pinching pennies more than they have been in a long time. And so the personal touch, honestly, like it is 10 times more effective. Doesn't mean you can't send the Project Broadcast, because I would definitely recommend doing that. But like for sure with your current customers, like butter them up, send them a voice message on text or in Messenger. Really like let them hear your voice, your gratitude for the fact that they are, you know, a loyal customer, those potential customers as well, people you've already talked to. I definitely would have a real conversation with anybody that you meet on social media that like is like kind of like maybe raising their hand a little bit, or right, like having a real conversation with people and really asking them questions like, hey, tell me about your dog. How old is he? You know, what are some of the things that he's struggled with? You know, what are some of the things that you've tried in the past that have worked or haven't worked, right? Like the more people feel like you actually give a crap about them, and the less they feel like you're trying to sell them, the more likely they're going to buy, right? Because they actually feel like you're going to be of value to them. Also, if you're using something like Project Broadcast, don't just use it when there's a sale or when there's a promotion or when you have a product launch. Like I do recommend utilizing it like once a week and sending out like value to your customers, right? Like whether it is product focused or it's just like, hey, you know, it's the 4th of July, right? How many pets hate fireworks? Right? Like most dogs hate fireworks. Like just reminding people, hey, here are some things that you can do to help your, you know, your dog, you know, get through the 4th of July without, you know, being miserable, you know? So like stuff like that, where people feel like you actually care about them and you're not just always trying to sell them is really helpful. Anybody else have a question for me?
Do you have any like general words to say when reaching out to, whether it's like for if it's a potential customer or just somebody that maybe it's somebody you see that has a dog that's on Facebook and it's just like, okay, I haven't reached out to them yet. What would be some words to say to kind of just start that?
Yeah. So usually another thing that us leaders do for our teams when we have like promotions, product launches, all that kind of stuff is we usually create scripts for all of this. We'll either save them in an Evernote, or we really like to utilize boards. Are any of you guys using boards? It's really awesome. I love it. It loads it right into your keyboard. So that's one thing as a leader, I would definitely look into doing, and ChatGPT now is writing all of my scripts, which is great because I don't have to do it anymore. I gave it some examples. But specifically, if you were going to reach out to somebody on social media that maybe you met in a group or online and you saw they posted something about their dog, I would not go right for the jugular, right? Like you want, let's say I was talking to Joy, right? And I saw that she had posted about her dog. And I would just reach out to Joy and be like, hey, Joy, what's up, girl? I always use voice messages, by the way. You can sound like you. People really like to hear your voice. Once again, it is a personal touch. I saw you post that picture about your dog yesterday, and you have literally the cutest dog I've ever seen. I'm obsessed with dogs. I have 7 of my own. I really don't, but whatever. Like you be you, right? I have 7 of my own. Like, how many dogs do you have? How long have you been a dog mom? Like, I'm super excited. I love connecting with other people with pets, right? It's like my jam, whatever. Just talk to them like a freaking human. That's the thing, is most people, they join network marketing and they stop sounding like a human and they start sounding like a sales bot. Like, just be a person. That's what you're doing. You're talking to this person, you're connecting with them, right? You may not even have to say anything about it. You just have this great conversation, because guess what? Once you do that in Messenger, what does that do for the algorithm? that pops you up on their Facebook feed. And now you're talking about dog food and this amazing dog food that you sell and blah, 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 blah. And it does all these things. And this person's going, oh, I may need to look into that. Right. Like, and maybe you do want to take it to that conversation, right? Like, so you start talking to them about their dogs. Like, how long have you had your dogs? Are they younger? Are they older? Right? Like, we have a pet collagen. Let's say I wanted to sell the pet collagen, right? Oh, my husband's calling me. Hold on. Hey, honey, I'm on a Zoom. Let me call you right back. I can't. I'm in the middle of a Zoom. Okay, love you. Bye. Alexa, drop in on Rivers Echo. Alexa, drop in on Rivers Echo. Mother effer. My teenager's sleeping and he's supposed to be going to get his haircut and go to his guitar lesson. What was I saying? Oh, if I was going to try to sell the pet collagen, right? And I was talking to Joy and I'm like, do you have younger dogs? Do you have older dogs? You know, tell me about your dogs. And she's like, I have an older dog. He's 12, you know, he's definitely slowing down, you know, da, 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 da. And I would say, well, hey, you know, I actually do too. You know, mine's whatever. I don't have a dog right now. My dog passed. You know, I'm just having that connection with her and just talking about how my dog's older too. And then I might just say, well, hey, you know, does your older dog deal with anything like with their back legs? Are they starting to kind of struggle, you know, getting up out of their bed? And you say, yes. Well, I asked the right question. Now I can easily make an offer like, hey, I actually started using this stuff for my dog who's around the same age. He was having the same problems. And now actually he's been so much better. He's not like creaky. He's running around in the yard again. And, you know, I'd be happy to send you some information on it if you'd like me to. See what I did there? She told me she had a problem. So it was easy for me to offer a solution. All right, Joy, I hate to have to do this. I've got to run to go wake up my kid because my husband is on the way. But I did better. I even did more than 30 minutes. I'm proud of myself. Did you guys find this valuable? Was it helpful? Yes. Okay, follow me. Come send me a message. Let's talk. We'll have some fun together. Okay, I love you, Joy. Mwah. Thank you for having me. You guys have a great day.
Thank you. Bye, guys.